What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane.
Was
I
möchte er?
understand about the cat. Let's keep... Keep your eyes open. I need to see.
Erfahren wir jetzt die fürchterliche Wahrheit, was genau passiert ist. Ihr Vater ist gestorben, also konnte sie nicht das machen, was sie eigentlich wollte. Und was ist dieses Rote?
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
Was zur
I
Hölle?
like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking.
We can focus him. Make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this. I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
I see. You got sick. You
Ja.
howled at the moon, at the top of your lungs.
Ich bin ein Werwolf? Was? Hä? Ich verstehe es nicht. Heißt das, ich bin ein Werwolf oder was?
You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who you're going to become, okay?
Benny Bryans bedeutsames Leben. hatte eine glückliche Kindheit und wuchs in einem behüteten Zuhause auf, großgezogen von liebevollen Eltern in einem beschaulichen Küstenstädtchen. Seine Mutter war eine Komponistin, die als Buchhalterin arbeiten musste, um ihre Familie zu ernähren.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night. But I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense. Okay, back to the story. He'd loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. Man, you take your doodle seriously. I did not realize, but I respect it. I respect it, I do.
Okay, ich werde gerade noch immer nicht schlau.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
Oh, Magnetresonanz. Interessant.
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do. I can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry.
Warum kann sie es nicht?
I'll talk to you. Hey,
Was ist los?
just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, you know, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. I'm certainly glad you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so?
Okay. Also werde ich zum Geschichtenschreiber und nicht zu einem Maler. Benjamin Bryan war ein Verlierer. Er war der mieseste Bryan von allen. Er kämpfte nicht mal gegen seine Krankheit. Legte sich einfach hin und starb.
Benny! Ben! Oh God, can you hear me? Richard! Richard, get up!
I'm up. What's going on?
I think he's unconscious. Call the paramedics now.
Okay, I'm doing it.
I'm just gonna wait with you here, okay? I'm gonna hold your hand. You feel that? That's me. That's your mom. That's Mama. That's right here with you.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
Was hab ich nur?
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking, just so you don't have...
Oh Gott.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
Wir sind sterbenskrank und spielen unserer Mutter ihr Stück vor, weil es ihr anscheinend richtig schlecht geht. Anscheinend können die Ärzte für uns nichts wirklich tun, außer Schmerzmedikamente, dass es uns ein bisschen besser geht. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was wir haben. Oder was ich habe. Es ist schwer. Aber sie sieht glücklich aus. dass ich ihr Stück gespielt habe. Jo, die Katze.
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. Oh, her poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
I'm getting her a sashimi plate.
What?
What? I think she more than deserves it.
Oh, I think you're right. What do you mean she hasn't been over? Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No. What does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Anscheinend wird's immer mehr und mehr. Die Schmerzen.
Oh my god, you're an idiot.
Was?
You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, what are you looking at?
In den Himmel.
Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you.
Stay.
I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Du bist meine erste Liebe. Alles Liebe, Chloe. Ich werde immer schwächer.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again.
It's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense.
Das stimmt.
But do you like it?
Aber was ist mit uns?
Yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
Es wird immer schwieriger und schwieriger. Ich kann nicht mal mehr essen.
understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
Mir gerade durch das Spiel wieder mal bewusster, wie einzigartig das Leben ist. Wie schnell es doch vorbeigehen kann. Wie schnell es vorbei ist. Und dass man jederzeit das Leben leben soll, sofern es geht. Das ist die Torwächterin. Sie ist wunderschön.
Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative.
Alter,
And the
packt
person
mich das
who
Spiel
wrote about
gerade.
is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in.
Why is he smiling like that?
Go on.
He must be somewhere that he
I know
likes.
what to do.
Oh Gott. Alter. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was für eine Krankheit wir hatten. Weiß ich nicht. Boah. This game is dedicated to my father, Robert Helworth, the man who taught me how to play. No, wie süß. Die Musik. Wir genießen jetzt erstmal die Musik und die Credits.
Tickets, I've got memories, but I'm slipping. You left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here or not. You wanna make some money, give a kid to dad when he has some. You're gonna feel the same, and without him, you'll be thinking. He'll have pictures in his wallet. There's a couple pictures of you laughing, tied to raffle tickets. I've got memories, but I'm slipping. You left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here or not.
Jetzt ist die Musik mal vorbei. Hat mir gut getan, ein bisschen Luft zu holen. Ja, was soll ich sagen? Das Spiel ist, auch wenn ich am Anfang einiges übersprungen habe, ich habe dann einen Weg gefunden, damit ich nichts überspringe. Danke an Küchenrollenmaster. Ja, was soll ich dazu sagen? Es ist ein Spiel, das packt. Ich glaube, es packt noch mehr, wenn man wirklich nichts überspringt, weil man es ohne dieses Augending spielt. Aber ja, es ist sehr, ja, traurig, auch wenn ich bis jetzt nicht weiß, was wir für eine Krankheit hatten. Kommen wir jetzt zurück? Ich weiß es nicht. Es ist auf jeden Fall ein Spiel, was man unbedingt spielen soll, weil es doch sehr schön ist und das mit den Zwinkern auch ein bisschen interessant macht. Ich habe jetzt über 1,5 Stunden aufgenommen. Und ich glaube, hätte ich am Anfang nicht übersprungen, wären über 2 Stunden dabei rausgekommen. Es war ein kurzes Let's Play, aber es war auf jeden Fall eines mit einem großen Effekt, dass man drüber nachdenkt, wie selten oder das heißt wie selten, dass man nur ein einziges Leben hat und nicht die Chance hat, zurückzukehren, um alles Neue zu machen, alles anders zu machen, vorsichtiger zu sein. Und daran sollten wir alle festhalten, dass es nur ein Leben gibt. Aufhören mit Mobbing, andere fertig zu machen. Das ist es nicht wert, sein Leben damit zu verschwenden, sondern Liebe zu geben. Thank you for playing. Thank you for this beautiful game. Was wollte ich sagen, dass wir einfach Liebe, Frieden haben. Das ist doch ein schöneres Leben. Einfach das tun, was einem gefällt. Einfach was ein Traum ist. Lebe deinen Traum, lebe dein Leben. Das ist das Wichtigste. Ich denke, mit diesen Worten werde ich das Let's Play beenden. Wir sind fertig. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Spiel. Ihr könnt gerne sagen, wie ihr das Spiel fandet. Wollt ihr mehr so traurige Story-Games oder eher lustige, trashige Games? Dann schreibt es mir in die Kommentare. Und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Let's Play. Danke fürs dabei sein. Danke fürs Mitmachen und danke für jeden einzelnen Support. Tschüss.